Say, well, why are you doing this? Well, we're doing this because we were getting a little tired of a lot of the rhetoric we were hearing. You know, all these ads were pretty negative and really conflicting, so you don't know what to believe. And we were feeling like people were getting kind of discouraged, probably would say, oh, why even vote? You don't know what to think. So we said, you know, the original Nuns on the Bus tour was pretty successful about highlighting the people and who are being impacted by our decisions. So we thought, let's go around the state and talk to people, because we need to change the conversation. We need to change the focus. The important thing is the people and who are affected by whatever our budgetary decisions are. So that's why we decided to do this. And boy, we're having a great time. We're meeting lots of wonderful people, and we're hearing all kinds of stories, which really confirm what we already thought. You know, this idea that we should give tax breaks to the wealthy and take away from programs, well, that just doesn't make any sense. It's not going to help. You know, they talk about this idea that, well, if we give more money to rich people, it'll trickle down and they'll create jobs. Well, they haven't. We know that. They haven't. And, you know, as we go through the state of Ohio, the great state of Ohio, we're seeing that the nuns have always created jobs. They're the ones that are doing it. The not-for-profit organizations are creating jobs. We've met people who are educating adults. They're teaching people how to read. They're teaching people how to speak English. They're helping people, you know, apply for jobs, and they're helping people to get jobs. We visited a health center that is providing excellent services to people who didn't have health insurance or were underinsured. So they're helping to keep people, families healthy, so that people can go to work and can stay working. And we visit people who are providing services for children. Child care. If you don't have child care, how do you go to work and be a responsible parent? So these are the things that we're seeing. And we're seeing behind all of these things, nuns and their associates, the people who are carrying on their vision in all of these organizations. So we say, we know that it is not going to help if we give tax breaks to the rich and take away from the ordinary people, from the working poor, from the neediest of our society. So that's why we're here, and we haven't heard anybody yet tell us that one of the things they're most concerned about is that the rich get more tax breaks. So we think we're on safe ground here. We also wanted to talk about this faithful budget. Now, this budget was developed by an ecumenical group. Christians, Jews, Muslims. They worked long and hard. They reached stalemates at times, but they kept coming back because they seemed able to compromise and work together. So what they finally developed was this. Isn't that unusual? Somebody's maybe we could get them to train our Congress. But anyway, this budget is not a dollar budget. It's principles. It talks about what's important in a budget. And the budget reflects our values. So it talks about the fact that everybody should have access to health care. The fact that people have a right to housing. The fact that people have a right to work and there should be jobs, food. Yes, right to food. So we're encouraging people. You can go online and you can Google faithfulbudget.org, or you can Google the Nuns on the Bus, and then we'll refer you to this as well as ours. And you can find out more about this budget. There's a great 2-page summary. But we're encouraging people to support this. Sign on as a supporter. Bring this back to your friends and your family, because we need this budget. Because what we want to know is that no matter who gets elected, we'll need a budget, and we want to encourage everybody to make sure they let their elected officials, local, state, national, know that this is what we want. This is the budget that we want, and we won't settle for less, because the budget in this country has to reflect what we, the people, value, not what some corporation thinks people, political people think is best. We want it to reflect what we value because, as I said to other people, you know, somebody once told me, don't tell me what you value, show me your budget and I'll tell you what you value. So that's what we want to say to the politicians. Show us the budget and we'll tell you what we value. And we won't accept anything less than this. So thank you, and Sister Mary Wendland's going to say a few words.